Alright, the finals patch 4.6 is here, and that means somehow we're midway through Season 4 already. Yes, that's right, time is flying by, and changes are being made especially in today's patch, where we present to you the first set of balance changes, yet again, interestingly enough, to the healing beam. So they've actually decreased the max target distance from 12 meters down to 10 meters, meaning that you'll need to get closer to your teammates if you want to apply healing to them, but once you're actually applying that healing effect, the max distance has also been reduced down from 15 meters to 13 meters. That's not it though, because the time before your healing actually disconnects from someone has also been reduced as well, from 1 second down to 0.75. And basically what that means is that whilst you're healing someone, you'll need to be more present on making sure that the connection to the player you're healing isn't interrupted by anything in the way, for example debris or like a wall or a door, for example. Now obviously I've said before, if you guys know, that if there is a continued nerf to weapons or things like gadgets, then it is obvious that Embark want the finals to be considered a high time to kill game, and rolling nerfs like this do solidify that statement. Even in the dev notes here they mention, we feel with this close range we open up more opportunities to counterplay teams that are healing in combat via various gadgets. Wherever we can, we prefer to try and solve possible balance issues via counterplay rather than straight up nerfs, and we think this change should offer more opportunities here. And obviously, again, I will say that they did actually nerf the healing beam. I think if you guys remember, I think it was actually on the Season 4 release as well. They decreased the healing rate, I think it was from like 50 health down to 40 health per second. So obviously that's something to note in here as well, that kind of the direction that the game is moving towards, where the game is going right now. The pyro grenade has also actually been given a buff to as well, where it now also deals damage to shields such as the dome or mesh. And again, as you can see in the background here, this is the effect of them further reducing the shield's effectiveness. And it's kind of interesting to see how much the game has adjusted, I think, since the even the open or closed betas as well, where, shields, if you remember, used to be so dominant in the game, to now where it's kind of being considered very risky to even use compared to other options that are available for you. So I guess actually kind of a question for you guys, if you want to write it in the comments before we get into the biggest nerfs this patch. But my question is, do you prefer that the finals has shifted away from the shield meta previously seen in the early stages? Feel free to let me know, and I'd love to discuss this. On to the biggest changes though, and if you're a Pike user or you've been farming on ranked queuing up as a triple Pike medium, your weapon has unfortunately been nerfed in terms of damage, and this one's pretty big. So the damage has been decreased from 52 down to 47, meaning that those body shots will need to deal one more bullet extra to take down a player, which in some cases is quite a sizable change. However, in the flip side, they have increased the damage at longer ranges by adjusting the fall-off multiplier at max range from 75 to 85% as well. So now if you're going to still stick to the Pike, you'll kind of feel that as you take longer engagements in the finals, you will actually notice an improvement in that sense. But obviously if you're going down to a shorter range of an engagement there as well, then you will have to basically overall deal an extra bullets to take down a player. So for example, it used to be 3 bullets to take down a light, well now it's 4, and obviously you have to see how that adjusts. And of course, that is a huge change compared to a weapon that is very split in the community, because obviously, especially after this change today, it's basically Pike users versus non-Pike users as well, right? But developers did put in the notes here that they did feel the Pike still kind of remained too strong in close range encounters, despite the previous damage adjustments as well. And I feel like if that's the case, then they could have probably adjusted how the no aiming is for the game. So for example, the hip fire for the game as well. But they're basically saying that these changes make the weapon less effective at closer ranges while maintaining its effectiveness at longer range. So I guess the next shift would probably be for players to return back to the model once again, right? Because obviously the game has kind of moved into this different way of playing, especially over this year, but fights are obviously mainly close quarters anyway, because again the cash out's positioning most of the time, and obviously the recent model changes didn't really do much in terms of nerfs. As the people mentioned in the comments, like someone said that they were going to quit because they nerfed their model, but the model feels literally the same. And I mean, as you guys know, I've been using the model for a little bit. I know I took a break from playing with the model for a while, but it still feels pretty damn good. So we'll have to kind of see what players do in that sense. Next up, the sword has also been given some adjustments, specifically with the range as well. So they actually decreased the lunge duration of the secondary attack from 0.4 down to 0.3 seconds, which they say results in about a 1 meter reduction in difference as well. So for that's going to go from roughly 7 meters to 6 meters. And again, that was actually stemmed from the original buffs that it received in Season 4, where they actually increased the range, because the sword used to be 5 meters, and they increased that to 6 meters initially too, so it's kind of returned to that state as well. They also said that the length of the secondary attack hit sweep has been decreased by, it says by, I think it says 55 centimeters here, so I think it's been decreased by that much. And again, this is, they say here, to make the sword less oppressive for players facing it. And that was actually mainly what I was seeing too with new players playing the finals in Season 4. I've been, obviously showing some players the game, showing them how the finals is, and the sword is pretty demotivating for them to actually play against, especially if they do go against someone who, is really well versed with the sword. And obviously, of course, as you guys know, they should be rewarded for being good with the sword. But since that unexpected buff that happened originally in Season 4 to the sword, it has felt a little strong. Also, just a quick addition for a sort of fix rather than a buff, but I did think that it was originally intentional. But anyway, they say here that they have fixed an issue where the riot shield could catch fire. So for example, if you guys have played riot shield before, your whole riot shield will be basically feeling like a meteorite, I guess, or something like that, because it was just literally a whole thing was on fire. But they have fixed that, and that's all good to go now for the future. We also get some adjustments to how contracts work too with the following. So players can no longer progress healing-based contracts by restoring teammates' health that was lost due to self-damage. Only healing damage caused by enemy players will count. Second of all, players can now only progress revive base contracts by reviving teammates that were eliminated by opposing players. Reviving players to eliminate themselves will not be counted as well. So it's kind of interesting, because obviously we have seen, I think before, where some people would just kind of do the whole, back in the day, the Modern Warfare 2, headshot boosting, where you would go in a free-for-all and you would hide in the corner and just put down the flare and just keep respawning. I think it's a similar thing to this, where they're just trying to avert that. As well, they also fixed an issue where kills caused by throwables were not granting combat score as well, so that's also been adjusted there for you for your contracts too. Now, as for the game modes, we actually get some really nice fixes to what I've kind of been seeing in the game personally as well. Maybe you guys have also seen these bugs happen. But basically, they have fixed multiple issues with the outline colors on contestants. So, for example, sometimes, especially when you're in like a 3v3 in the final round of the tournament, there will be like the pink team on the other side, right? And the pink team would have a pink outline, and then 2 other players would be red. So it's really weird and confusing. I think it also happened in other things in the tournament too, but that has been apparently fixed. That's great. Also, they fixed an issue where the being revived prompt would get stuck on screens. That's also good as well. And they say here they fixed an issue where thrown cash boxes didn't get deposited if you died before they hit the cash out stations. That's also another interesting one there as well. So that's some nice changes to see. Kyoto has also been given some adjustments to the map to improve things such as traversal, collisions, and reduce complexity. I haven't had the time to go through and see exactly what has changed in Kyoto, but I'm sure overall it does feel a little bit better in some areas. And a huge fix, which I'm sure a lot of you Xbox players watching right now will be glad to hear, is that they have fixed an issue that would cause severe performance degradation on Xbox Series S, so hopefully you also notice the improvements too. I had some people ask me as well about the addition to TSR, which has been added into the game, and TSR is basically a temporal super resolution. It's a new option in your video settings, which I think is only for PC, but overall it's designed to upscale your game's resolution using data from multiple frames that happen. So basically what it does overall is it gives you like a real sharp visual, similar to if you were playing on like a native resolution. So for example, if you're playing like 1080p and you could have an upscaled resolution, it would feel like 4K, but it has a much lower performance cost compared to the other options that are in the video settings. And basically that allows you to keep high frame rates for like more of a smoother gameplay as well, without being too punishing. So that's my like very basic explanation of it. Obviously you can search up yourself for exactly what it does, but it is helpful in games that are quite fast paced, because it does offer clearer visuals without needing, like, you know, the crazy 4090 specs as well. But there is a big disadvantage to TSR, and that basically it can sometimes cause things like ghosting, or even another one is like some slight input lag as well, if that's super important to you. So, you know, if you are playing the finals competitively, for example, that might affect you as well if that is something that's important to you. I probably wouldn't recommend having that option on, but if you're someone who just, you know, wants to play the finals, you know, a bit more chill, and you want to have better quality and sharper visuals, you're not going to notice those differences regardless. When we talk about competitive play, these are for the players that play on, like, you know, very low resolution, stretched and stuff like that. Like, that's for them that they probably wouldn't like. But, you know, if you're just playing the finals, the 90% of people would probably benefit for using TSR instead. But I'm sure someone in the comments might have a better explanation and stuff like that too. So yeah, that's pretty much it this week. A nice simple update, nothing too insane apart from that Pike Nerf as well. So obviously we'll have to see how that does. But now it's obviously time for our fun section of the week, where we go in and check out the store and see what is going on. No, it froze! Okay. Am I in a club right now? Yo, they made an assault ad, dude. That is clean. They actually made an assault ad. It froze for me a little bit, but that was pretty cool. Absurd. I am absurd at the game. And here we go. We have the Hotel insurance set right there. Is that the sun? Okay, hold up. No shot. That is cool. That is cool. Again, unfortunately, I'm not a Hotel fan, but I'm not gonna lie, I am very jealous of the skins that you guys get this season. You guys do get rewarded very well for being a Hotel enjoyer, and here you have the sun locked in to the flamethrower here. So that is the first one for the Hotel insurance set. You also get the sun in the hands as well. Give your opponents a brilliant reason to invest in Hotel Sun Insurance. That looks very nice. Or I think we have to try this out in game. I think we might have to go purchase this and try this out in game. Wait, we already have the sticker though. Unless it's a different one. Sunny sign up. Maybe we scan the QR code. Let's scan the QR code. Hold up. So it took us to the Sun advert. This is the Hotel Sun Insurance right here. There might be some more stuff, like there's another QR code down here, for example. There might be some more things in here, and I think actually if we remove this element, you'll be able to see the sun behind it too, because I think this is displaying. So if I just remove this, there we go, we can see the sun is right here. So I don't know if this does anything in particular or anything in specific, because you can see that it is playing what I think is like a, I don't know if it's playing like a GIF or not. I'm not 100% sure. But it is playing something. This is still the video player. Even though I'm not a Hotel enjoyer myself, I think that for the video, we got to give you guys the looks of the set. So we'll be purchasing the bundle right here, right now. And here it is. Also as well, we get a brand new Alorisma. Oh, whoa. Okay, this is cool. Wait, does it change automatically or? Oh, that's quite nice. That is actually quite nice. This is good for like a weapon that doesn't really have those skins yet. Like, for example, the Pike doesn't really have that skin much right now. So, like, there isn't as many Pike skins, for example. Same with the Deagle. Actually quite nice. Actually quite nice. Not something that I certainly need to want to buy, because I do like the other skins that I have for most of my weapons. Again, the Chaos one actually might be quite nice. And we also have Starstruck right here as well. So nothing there that I'm particularly interested in personally. And I think that is everything so far. Oh, we have the Lone Operation set too. Or the Lone Operator set. Oh, there it is. And Precision Shades. Alright, let's take a look and add these new things into the game and see how they do. Alright, here we are. We are in the arena. Let's inspect. See if there's any animation changes. I don't think there is, because normally it would say. So this is a legendary collection as well. So I think if we put the sun down... Whoa, that's cool. Do you think... There's probably some really weird jank thing you can do with this. There's probably something you can do with this. I just don't know what it would be. I wonder what happens when you glitch... Oh, we have to try glitching this. I wonder if the sun goes out if you glitch this. That would be kind of sick. Is there any glitch mines? I think there is over here, actually, yeah. Let's see how far back... You're going to be really dank with this. You can still see it through the smoke. But it hasn't done anything there. This has to do something. I really think that it does something. But it doesn't do anything with the glitch in particular. And it's sick, obviously. Don't get me wrong. It's very cool. Alright, we're joining a match in progress. That's already done. Okay. Alright, well. Great. Surely we can do a big comeback, right? Like, surely this is worth it. Burning. Oh, God. Oh, God. Did that do anything to the sun? Maybe this... Wait, am I going schizo or did the sun change? I think the sun might have changed. I don't know if it's doing anything to the sun. I think it is, actually. Yeah. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Mummy! Oh, hell no. Another sword player. Hey, well, buddy, you've been nerfed, my guy. Feel free to get nerfed again, buddy. That's right. And so have you, buddy. What's up? What? How does he win that? I threw a pyro grenade and a full-on flamethrower on that guy. But I don't think it makes any changes. So I don't know if it has a kill effect thing. Because, I mean, I killed 5 people, right? And it didn't really change anything that I saw. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. But still a very cool effect, obviously. Very, very nice. Very nice. And, hey, that's pretty much it for the test. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, I will see you on the podium. Goodbye.